and welcome to an exclusive video interview with the enterprise world. Today we have with us Mr. Kumar Manish, the founder and MD of SabPaisa. SabPaisa, of the world's first unified payment experience platform for payments collection and settlement. In this interview with Mr. Kumar Manish, let us find out more about company and its journey. Let's start. What do you think is the reason behind your company's long-standing success?
Well, it was the virtue of kind of bank partners that we have. So as I said, our go-to market was to work with PSU banks, and these public sector banks are very strong in government and semi-government and education and healthcare segment, right? So by virtue of these bank partners, we had these kind of merchants, and these kind of merchants demand complex payment solutions. Right? It is unlike an e-commerce platform wherein you simply need a checkout page and make a transaction and get the recon done. Unlike an e-commerce company, an AIMS will not ask its patient that you have to pay in a specific mode, then only I'll treat you, So a patient will come with cash and say that I want my treatment, right? An e-commerce company can deny giving the service or the product if the payer wants to pay through cash. I'll just give you an example. So there are so many complexities in giving solution to these kind of organizations, be it your hospitals, be it your government organizations. So by virtue of having these kind of merchants, we kept building our products which solved complex problems. And once we built those products in the span of last 5-6 years, we started decoupling our solution, and today we are available with close to 100 plus APIs that are helping all these e-commerce companies also, all these startups also, all this B2B payments also. So all thanks to our bank partners through which and the merchants who guided us, and they are the ones who explained us the solutioning, So all thanks to them that we are here today.
What are the product and services offered by your company and how they are unique from your other competitors in the market?
Well, so as far as products are concerned, we are a fintech company. As I said, by virtue of the kind of bank partners we have built complex solutions. The complex solutions which, unlike our competitors, they do not have. So that stands us apart from them, and that is why today if we are servicing close to 50 plus universities, and a university has multiple things while collecting a payment, right? Starting from their admission process to their hostel fees to finally this duplicate mark sheet collections, right? So lots of payment kinds and types are required. So that those kind of solutions that we have built, and those solutions are not there with our competitors, and that is where we are still there. And most importantly, we have a very, very strong relationship and a very carefully crafted agreement with our bank partners. By virtue of that, we get merchants exclusively from these banks, and so our customer acquisition cost becomes very low, and so what servicing cost becomes very low, and that makes us different from our competitors.
What do you think are the recent trends that are going on in the payment and card industry? Like, what are the changes happening in the industry, and how your company is responding to these changes nowadays?
Well, the changes in industry. Well, see, the early signs of change were visible a decade ago. So I remember an article which I read that claimed that only 18% of the responded CXOs were willing to embrace the change. But the tidal wave of industry revolution 4.0 has forced them to change. In India, the first reinforcement to this change came in year 2016. The demonetization saga. Sooner the other reinforcement, the pandemic has hammered the last nail, for this change. Today, with this industrial revolution 4.0, is demanding quick and frictionless payment processing, either for consumer payments or for B2B payments or cross-border payments. from one-factor authentication to two-factor authentication to tap to pay to UPI to QR and now DeFi. So overall, this is an exciting time to be in paytech or fintech. Uh, as Anderson had said once, that every company will become a fintech company tomorrow. So by virtue of having deep relationship with banks and networks, SabPaisa is poised to get early access to payment infrastructures built by NPCI and Visa and Master and others. With this lever in hand, we are constantly upgrading our products and technology. So from cards to UPI to QR to e-rupee to CBDC to cross-border payments, we are right there in lines with these changes. So we are right there in lines with these changes.
You might be aware of Web 3.0, right? So, what is your take on the emergence of this Web 3.0 technology in payments?
Uh, so Web 3.0 or decentralized finance, which I call DeFi, is of course getting traction. So it has solutions to some serious issues. So serious issues like data security, quick payment processing, democratization of payments, removing dependency on third-party validations, etc. The self-sovereign identifiers made possible through decentralized identities and verifiable credentials and zero knowledge proof makes DeFi a privacy-friendly and web data or personal data. So my limited apprehension whether on this Web 3.0 is interoperability of protocols used in DeFi by different countries, banks, paytechs, and fintechs. But I'm confident. I'm very confident that the values associated with Web 3.0 payments will revolutionize the future of payments.
And sir, vision and mission of a company plays very crucial part in the processing of company. So, where do you see your company in the upcoming 5 years? Or you can answer this question like, what are the expected product and services from SabPaisa in the future?
Well, so the expected products and services that we are working upon is cross-border payments. Recently, RBI has come up with cohort 2. The theme was for cross-border payments. We don't want to fall behind, so we are working on that. B2B payments, of course, frictionless onboarding and collection for platform as a service companies or software as a service companies. Our agenda includes exploration of CBDC, India Rails, etc. So, and you can see all these products launching maybe every quarter in this FY.
Okay, so my next question is based on your leadership qualities. What do you think are the responsibilities of an entrepreneur in today's world?
Ah. Well, so an entrepreneur should have a clear understanding of short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals. The agility to change as per market forces is necessity. And an entrepreneur should ensure that the innovation is deep rooted into the culture of his company, especially for a bootstrapped or a cockroach startup like us. Keeping the close watch on the value of spends and the return on investment of services offered is something is paramount for an entrepreneur to look at. Yeah.
Great thing to learn from you, sir. Can you please brief us about your professional experience? How is it going? How it has been started?
Well, so I started as a teacher. So I was a faculty of mathematics when I was teaching JE and MBA aspirants. From there, I moved to banking. So I worked with ICICI, HDFC, Kotak Bank. From there, I moved to a credit rating agency. From there, I moved to my first venture. It was a market research firm. And post that, I'm here in a fintech.
What are the key achievements of your entrepreneurial journey?
Achievements, I would say, I have learned the balance. I have learned how to balance the growth and profitability. My achievement is, of course, my co-founding team. I have found them one by one. My personal growth, like the confidence, the die-hard attitude, my philosophical upliftment, I must say, is 10 times higher than it would have been had I not quit my job. Uh, Entrepreneurship also forced me to read, and read. So, and finally, I may be able to decide my retirement age. That's the final achievement I have. That had I been in a regular job, my retirement age would have been 58 or 60 years. Today, I can decide my retirement age by myself. Yeah.
Nice. Wow, it's so much to learn from you, sir. How do you look after your employees? Like, what makes your team unique?
Well, so we have very carefully and thoughtfully hired our employees. The attrition rate in SabPaisa is almost zero. So we have our team who joined in year 2016 still working with us. Um, uh, we have our team sitting across countries wherein we do not have our office. They work from home or they work from a bank location. But then their agility and their commitment towards achieving the goal. So last year, whatever we thought, uh, they gave their 100%. The learning thing, so when we started, we did not have that brand. It was a difficult for us to hire. And that time, people who trusted us, who stayed back with us. So that is something is my pride. That's my company's pride. Yeah.
This is my last question. So, what advice would you like to give to upcoming generation who are trying to become entrepreneur?
Well, I'll tell them to be observant. Uh, there are people who can suggest better than me, but since you have asked me this question, so I'll tell them to be observant. So I'll tell them that no information is irrelevant. Gather them and carefully process them to take a decision. And most importantly, do not fall in love with your decision. So be egoless while changing your decision if new information pops in.
Thank you so much. It was a very, very much pleasure from my side to have this conversation with you.